Hello pedestrians, welcome back to the channel of H-Ero. This will be a talent cover part 90 intro. And last time in part 89, we had a blast with Jane's side story and a juicy one with Mrs. Smith and Jane's side story. And in this episode, we will see the aftermath of Mrs. Smith and Jane's side stories. And the whole chunk of the remaining of the episode will be Director Lashely's side story. So guys, we will finally see how Director Lashely will make up for all her mistakes and crimes she did in the couple past episodes. So, without further ado, guys, let's just see how she does it here and right now. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello, pedestrians. Welcome back to the channel of H-Ero. Today, I'll be continuing playing a town uncovered. This will be part 90. Just 10 more episodes away from that 3-digit mark. Holy potatoes, tomatoes, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, in part 89, we basically have Jane come back home, and she's so happy that she basically licked the flower off of John, if you guys know what I mean. And we also continue on with Mrs. Smith and Jane's side story as well. So it was a interesting scene, guys. If you guys seen the Patreon version, you guys must have enjoyed it. So I enjoyed this for sure. Anyways, guys, so what I plan on doing in this episode is I was basically gonna do a Mrs. Smith and Jane's side story again, and this is why we have this knock knock sound, because this is in the middle. Well, we're about to start Mrs. Smith and Jane's side story, but if we have time, and possibly maybe some other time with Itomi and Jane's side story, if we have time, we will progress with their side story as well if we have the chance. But for now, all we have to do is wait until evening and be at your room. Basically, just wait until it's like an evening or night and be at your room, and then suddenly you have someone knocking on your door 3 times. So let's see where the story takes us with Mrs. Smith and Jane's side story. So let's jump right in. Come in. Hey John, have time to talk? Yeah, what's up? Was it weird? What was? You know, you and me and Mrs. Smith. Oh, well, it's not normal, but I'm not totally against it. Yeah, it's definitely not normal. And I know we've been fooling around and gotten close, but with Mrs. Smith in the mix, don't you want her involved? It's not that. I don't know. It's a unique situation. There's no one else I can talk to about it. I mean, other than you and her. I heard you're Jane. She and I have gotten close ever since we moved. Yeah, I noticed you two spending more time together when you're at home. Yeah, I don't know. It just sort of happened. I just wanted to hang out with someone after work and sleep, and Mom was always available. And well, long story short, our limbos are pretty high right now. Ah, I see. We started opening up to each other, emotionally and physically. Uh-huh. And she told me about you and her, and I told her about us. That's how the 3 of us... Well, yeah. And now I'm here. I'm just here to clear all that up with you, and to let all my feelings out to someone. And I wanted to see what you felt about all this. I'm happy if you and Mrs. Smith are. I'm happy if you and Mrs. Smith are too. And knowing Mrs. Smith, she's happy if we're happy. So, I guess if we're all happy, then what we're doing isn't wrong. If we put it that way, yeah, I guess so. Why stop if it's what we all want? John, you are so wise. Oh, don't make me blush. Like you were when Mrs. Smith and I were licking you dry. Man, I can't really believe my ears when you say it out loud. We really did that, didn't we? We did, rival. And we will do more soon. Have a good night. Landlady effort. Rival effort. Okay then, so I guess that's it for their side story, I guess? Proceed with Jane's side story. Okay, cool. So to proceed with Jane's side story, we have to wait till Friday. And right now, I think it's Sunday. So, yeah. So, okay. So what we're going to do now is Director Lashely's side story. So all we have to do is go home and sleep. So that's what we're going to do. Perfect. Monday morning. Awesome. Alright. So let's just check the phone what she has to say at 10 University. Alright. So all we have to do is attend university. Let's see what's in store for us. And then maybe if we have the time, we will do a He Told Me side story as well. So let's just go to university. Dude, Zara's party absolutely rocked this year. I still can't believe half of the things that happened there. I know, man. It was a rager of the ages. I'll be telling the story to my kids. Bro, even the after party was out of control. I've never partied this hard in my whole life. I can tell, bro. This was the party to end all parties. I shall signify the beginning of our hopeless descent into the old ages as the final beacon of the unrestrained joy of youth. Since nothing in our lives from this point onward will ever possibly match the ephemeral happiness and downright spiritual connection that we all feel with our fellow men during the events of this party. It should become the final send-up to the best year of our life as we all enter into the gray and uncaring walls of the system that we will consume the rest of our miserable and unimportant existence, which of all will lead to this realization that we have wasted even more time trying to recapture the happiness rather than enjoying the small joys life sent to us before we are swallowed whole by the unending and indiscriminately indifference of the universe. Dude, bro, what the fuck? Bro, I know letting you take your minor of nihilistic philosophy was a bad idea. You just had to chase after the hot god chick, the majors in philosophy, did you? That hot goth chick who I totally scored with at Zara's party. You mean? There's the bro. I know. Nice, dude. Wow, everyone's talking about Zara's party. Seemed like things got pretty wild after I got out of there. Hopefully, I won't get too much shit for leaving early. Dude, hey Jacob. What? No jumping and screaming like a scary cat anymore? I've been getting surprised and jumpy so often lately that it's kind of losing its effect on me. Huh? Then I'll have to try harder then. But it doesn't matter now. Dude! You already said that, man. What's got you all hyper now? How can you ask them when we just lived through the greatest party in history of ever? I think I read that wrong, but no world. And no, this time it's not so hyperbole, I guess. Well, sounds like you had a good night. Did you manage to score with the future mother of your children? Oh, right. Yeah, things didn't exactly go the way I was hyping them to be. You don't say. Yeah, we were hanging out rather well at the start, but once I got to know her better, she really didn't seem to be the type I'm after. She rejected me, didn't she? Oh, she shot me down with the skill of an ace fighter pilot and made me look like a scrub on the crop duster that was on fire. Whew. Man, it was pretty safe, that's for sure. Dang. Sorry to hear that, dude. Meh, it's alright. To be honest, I'm glad things turned out the way they did. I'm happy to hear that, but how come? Once she made sure I understood that she wasn't interested with, she started talk. Instead started talking about her ex-boyfriend. Crazy dude is downright stalking him. The only reason she insisted on coming over to the town was to keep an eye on him, as he also got invited to the party and decided to tag along with Violet and her friends to cover her tracks and have an alibi. Like, seriously creepy stuff here, dude. She raised all the yandere flags. Seriously, dude, I dodged a huge bullet there. Well, I'm glad to see you aren't down because of the whole thing. I know for a fact how much you were looking forward to meeting her. Well, dude, life also surprises you just as much as it can disappoint you. So, while normally I'd indeed be down for what happened, I can really feel that I can really feel that way this time when we just experienced the best freaking party of the century. Well, at least you are in good spirits about it. Yo, what's up? Greetings. This freaking nuts be up. What the hell that just came out of your mouth? Don't you remember when that one guy did the thing? Oh man, this is gonna be one of those you had to be there inside jokes for our friend group. Dude, the party was amazing. I haven't slept ever since the party just from thinking about the exotic rescue dancers. The exotic what now? Yo, no kidding. I'm still thinking about the whole deal with the lion tamer and the Mandela twins. I thought you were paralyzed with fear. Oh, I absolutely was, dude. But when you are forced down the line to be tossed into the grut hamster ball with the beautiful rave dance girls and things get steamy with the bottle of chocolate syrup she brought with her, that's enough to cover a man's sanity, you know? You rose from the ashes like the phoenix. If that doesn't give you back to your reason to live, nothing is going to. I feel sorry for the people who missed it. There's no way in hell a party as good as this will ever happen again. Speaking of, I saw you dancing with a couple of hot chicks, John. Not bad, dude. I was about to ask you to introduce me, but the crowd got feisty once the smoke machine came on. I did what now? Yeah, dude, you were definitely having a good time, huh? No, I must have missed that part. Last I saw, you were being taken to the VIP room by one of the rave dancers who had all the black light paint, body paint on. There you go. No, I couldn't really see it that well because of the black light. I was about to go give you a high five. I figured you were going to be busy for a while. You were all over the place, weren't you? Well, it was one wild party after all. Man, only you three know what happened to John. It was like a wonderful time with Director Lashely after all. Holy smokes. Well, it was one wild party after all. I wouldn't even begin to know where to retrace my steps. I was out having fun, you know? Well, you definitely know how to party, dude. Sad we all couldn't locate each other to hang out. It was one of those kinds of parties after all. Either you stick with the squad or you learn to swim solo. Perhaps next time we could all agree to stay in one place. But since we are on the topic of squadron, I think we are forgetting a little something, eh? What's that? So, which of us managed to score after the party? My attempts didn't lead to much. I was shot down with no survivors. Hamster Ball Girl kept things over the bell unless I paid her. And a good businessman doesn't pay for what he can get for free. Do you get some for free then? Sadly, no. What about you, dude? Well, it was an interesting night to say the least. Who am I definitely curious about is Crew though. Oh, that's right, Crew. Yeah, dude. Last time I saw him, I left him talking with one of Violet's friends and while Jacob talked to another. They seem to be hitting it off really well. No way in hell. Au contraire, my good fellow. Sweet Dorothea and I didn't just hit off well. We absolutely matched and spark flew like fireworks between the two of us. And although a gentleman shouldn't kiss and tell, I assure you fellas that what she and I ended up doing indeed feel like a full-scale eruption of the volcanic planet of Musmar during the 77th episode of the Galactic Confederation. Translation, please. He boned! Oh, that's what I'm talking about, bro! Always knew Skinny had it in him. The lingerer in him finally shows up. Gentlemen, please. Credits where credits due now. I could have done it without John's expert wingman skills. Now though, know that in the universe of my Galactic Starfleet tabletop RPG campaign, I will give you a medal for the highest honor for outstanding service for the fathership. You're welcome? I told you my bro was a good wingman. He certainly was. I would never have started a conversation with her if it wasn't for John. Though, I didn't expect to leave us as soon as you did. I had complete faith you could handle it, dude. I appreciate it, dude. Know that our future children shall have one day will carry on your legacy by carrying your name as the second name to honor your help. Now, gentlemen, if you excuse me, I promise to call Dorothea before class started. Tally-ho, fellow adventurers. Wow. Who would have guessed that the nerdy stick figure would have managed to be the only one of us who got laid in the party of the century? Every dog has his day, I suppose. Never seen the dude so confident before. Well, for a geek like him, getting laid like that must be a huge boost to his ego. Dude was on a win by now. Let's just be happy for him. Well, I gotta bounce. Zariah asked me to edit some highlights clips from her stream into a complication that a complication she can post on her social media. I'll come with you, see if I could pinpoint out who Hamster Ball Girl is. Alright, bye guys, later dudes. See ya bros, later. Well, people definitely have fun, huh? Yeah, no kidding. Oh, people did more than have fun, you two. People got their freaking stocks knocked out of them. And there's the lady of the hour. I figure you had a good night, also had a good night. Good doesn't even begin to describe it. I never had it that much fun hosting an event before. I don't know, like calling it a party at first, but now I don't like it simply because it's too simple of a term to describe what it was. It was a full-on experience. I got so many downloads for my music from people who caught wind of the party. I was trending for a whole 6 hours even. Dude, that freaking rocks! Right? Even Steven had so much fun that he didn't mind the state of the club afterwards. Though I'm still helping to clean up after today. Did you reach your goal with the fundraiser? It was a last minute thing actually. Someone on my please fund my shit page donated a ridiculous amount of cash, and now I can not only fix my van proper, but also improve on the go setup even more. I'm talking some top of the line, borderline experimental, expensive improvements. That's amazing, dude. Did the donor say anything or requested anything? Not a single thing. They just dropped the cash and vanished. I've been borderline spamming them with thank you since they donated. Whoever this holy maiden is, she is definitely my top favorite person ever, and we can tell who that holy maiden is, right, ladies and gentlemen, pedestrians? According to the page, I'm the first person they donated there, so they must have seen the live stream and made an account just for it. Damn, dude, I wish I had that kind of money to drop on people out of nowhere. Do you think it would be too much if I name my next album Holy Maiden? Or perhaps I should try writing a new song and put that as its title. I mean, she is going to be on the top, my very top of donors list forever with the amount of cash she just dropped on me. Good morning, everybody. Morning, miss. Good morning, Miss Alloway. Is it right? I heard that your fundraiser was a success. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. It was really wow, Miss Alloway, you are looking great. Yeah, leagues better than the hugs you were looking on Friday. Ow. Oh, it's quite alright, you two. He is right after all. I've been flooded with paperwork in the past week as I helped out Lashley with some stuff. I was ready to pass out and die the whole weekend, but Lashley gifted me with a VIP pass for the whole day in one of the thermal spas in the next town. I spent the whole day getting pampered and taken care of. I'm not kidding you guys when I say I didn't have the move to single finger up for anything. I haven't felt this relaxed in years and my skin is looking great. Well, you certainly deserve a break after all that hard work. For a reward like that, I certainly wouldn't mind during another hell week. John, do you think Director Lashely could use another assistant? Well, speak of the devil. I guess Miss Alloway isn't the only one looking good today. Yeah, is it me? Or is today Lashley looking more approachable? Normally I would be telling you guys not to gossip about your director behind your back, but she does look really joyful today. I mean, don't get me wrong, she is always happy to talk, but... Well, I've been working for her for years and I haven't seen her this happy before. Well, I say that's a good thing, right? Oh, good morning, everyone. Having a casual chat in the morning? Morning, Director Lashely. You look to be in a good mood. Oh, is it that obvious? You are practically glowing, madam. Why, thank you, Miss Alloway. You are such a dear. I am indeed quite happy today. Something I'm hoping is a regular thing from now on. Yeah, no kidding. Last week you seemed like you were going to have a meltdown at the slightest provocation. Ow! Learn to keep those comments to yourself, you dickwad. Oh, it's quite alright. He does have a fair point after all. Last week I wasn't myself in a way. And since we are on the subject, how are you feeling, Miss Alloway? I trust you are feeling better after the day in the spa? Oh, I feel like I'm walking on clouds. I know I already apologized, but I'm so sorry I had you help me out with all that backup paperwork. I was dealing with some personal stuff and things got out of control, but I'm glad you can handle it. It's alright, Director Lashely. I understand you can get overworked sometimes, and I'm glad I've proven myself to you enough for you to ask such tasks of me. And to be honest, after a reward like that, I feel like I could do all that at work again and more. I'm feeling super energized. I'm glad to hear that then. And you have definitely proven yourself worthy of my trust after all these years. Still, it's a shame that after all this time, I still feel I don't know you that well. Would you be willing to come get some tea with me at my house sometime? You're asking me to come for a cup of tea? Or will you perhaps prefer a coffee? No! Tea sounds wonderful. It's just you have never really asked any other teacher to accompany you for such a thing. Well, a very dear person in my life made me realize recently that I should try to make more meaningful connection with the people in my life. And since I made you work so hard last week, I feel it's fair I start with you. Well, I'm flattered, but... Oh, I have some freshly made cinnamon buns too that are just to die for. You have to try them. I will go. Wonderful. We can go after school then. I'll come get you. Sounds good. Oh, speaking of after school activities, I heard your get-together was quite a success, Soraya. Yeah. It went rather well. That's wonderful to hear. I hope your fundraiser was successful too. Oh yeah, I have enough to cover for my van and more. That's a relief, dear. Speaking of your van though, I don't think it's spot on. The parking lot is appropriate. Oh, please don't make me move it, Lashley. I don't have anywhere else to store at the moment, eh? Calm down, dear. I'm not asking you to take it out of the parking lot. Quite the opposite, actually. After what happened, I had a new security system installed, and I'll assign you a spot right under the new cameras. So, wait, new cameras, and I keep it reserved for you until you find a new spot to store your van. Really? Director Lashely, I don't know what to say. Just a few months ago, you were constantly asking me when I will move it. Well, that was the old Lashley. I want to support my students' passions, even if they're not downright related to their academic courses. Come back to my office later. I want to discuss having you perform during school events. We can discuss a form of payment in case you don't want to use it as a way to fulfill your credit. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Don't thank me, dear. I do enjoy your recent tunes. Well, I have to get some work done, or I'll be in my office if anyone needs me. And before I forget, John? Yes, Director Lashely? Your counseling visit to my office are officially terminated. You have been such a good help to me lately, but I have kept you from your friends long enough, and I think I can manage on my own for now. Do feel free to visit anytime you want, though. My door is always open for all my students. I definitely will, Director. Thank you for everything. No, John, thank you. Alright now, I hope you have a nice day. And remember, as the good Lord says too, you know what I mean. See you soon. Did Lashley hold back on giving us a Bible passage? She has never missed an opportunity to repeat the Bible to us. I'm generally out of words. Well, she just proves she's trying to make a change, right? I guess so. I just don't know what could have inspired said change. Oh, I think I know what's got into her for sure. I'll get my smacking arm ready. What's your theory, Jacob? I mean, come on, isn't it obvious? All her frustrations suddenly being gone, her being chippier and practically glowing from the good mood. Where are you getting at? It's clear as day. Someone had a bit of the sheets action for sure. Zaraya? John? Would you kindly... Already on it. Right. Ow! Hey, I'm just saying. You said enough, mister. Now come on, all of you. Back to the classroom. Oh, back in the classroom. Seriously, Jacob? Seriously? Okay. No need to bite my head off. Phew. Close one. So, sorry. Also, I think I feel Lashley put something in my pocket. No one's around, so I'll give it a quick look. You too, Lashley. You too. Oh, there's something on the back of the note too. Yeah, that's more what I expected from her. Lord have mercy on me and my poor pelvis. Nice. I guess I'm gonna end the episode here too, ladies and gentlemen, pedestrians, because this is a really good stopping point for this particular episode as well. So, pedestrians, this will be the end of part 90. Just 10 more episodes away from that 3-digit mark. If you want to see more of Italian Cover, hit the notification bell to keep you updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me make more content of this game and maybe other games in the future as well. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this. Have a lovely and special day, and I'll see you all in the next part. Later, everyone.